Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Wherever you are in the world, you know the deal. It's Jose here, welcoming you to another episode of Amazing Worlds, not brought to you by Belgium's finest, Africa. Actually, not quite true. Belgium's finest is actually the Jolly and Reads channel. Go check it out if you haven't done so. But in the absence of that, in the absence of conversation with the delightful Julian, well, let's have a beer, shall we? That is wonderful. And setting the tone for Winter's Heart, book 9 in the Wheel of Time series, originally published in 2000. Didn't know this when doing the background reading for the review. Originally, when published, shot up straight to #1 in the New York Times best-selling list. What the fuck was that all about? And I didn't know that book 8, Path of Daggers, went also straight to #1, even double. What the fuck was that all about? Because that book was rubbish. This, in the other hand, I enjoyed it better. I think we're out of the slog. I think after this book, we're out of the slog. I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. There's only 2 more Robert Jordan books after this one, and then we are in the Brandon Sanderson trilogy, so I can see the end of the Wheel of Time. Really not been my favorite series ever, but you know that if you've been watching my series on the Wheel of Time. So, Winter's Heart, what happens here? Again, not a lot. So I actually, after reading the book, I went to the Wikipedia page for the book to refresh myself what the heck I had read, and the summary isn't really that long. Not a lot happens. So let's break it down. Perrin's wife gets kidnapped. Matt finds the lady who's destined to be his wife forever and ever. So what does he do? He kidnaps her in escaping Eboda, this city where he is. And Rand gets captured, but as usual, don't worry, plot armor. He gets rescued pretty quickly and decides to cleanse the male half of the source of the magic in this world, and he does it, and he, you know, the book ends with Rand kind of lying on the floor, easy there, but we know plot armor, he survives. We know that there is no mystery there. Maybe there might have been back when the book was published, or maybe there might have been if the author was George R.R. Martin, but since it is Robert Jordan, we know Rand survives and everything's okay. But that whole Rand thing, seeking revenge on the people that betrayed him and cleansing the magic source and all the stuff, that happens in the last 40 pages. As usual, this book suffers from a lot of padding. But we spend a lot more time with the main characters, which is what made it a lot more enjoyable than the horror that was Path of Daggers. So overall, a much more enjoyable. It started a little bit weak. We spent the first few pages again with not even tertiary characters doing things, but then we quickly meet with Perrin and Matt and Run, and the sort of the middle half of the book goes by quite quickly, so I did enjoy that. But there are inconsistencies in the narrative, and there are inconsistencies in the world building, I find. So let me explain. So in the past, in the world of dreams was this means for main characters to communicate with each other and pass on relevant information. That's forgotten now. We don't need that anymore, because now everyone can just open gateways and travel anywhere they need to be in the world. So that's it. There's no more need for the world of dreams. Now Rand can teleport with Elaine, have a quickie, and disappear again to another part of the world. That happens. The descriptions remain awfully detailed and awfully tedious and awfully repetitive. So every woman is showing cleavage, is showing boobs. Every dress, male or female, it's got a lot of lace. About 50% of women have got rosebud mouths, whatever that is. And actually, I got excited about this All the women have got big boobs, or they show all the boobs, whatever. Anyway, but I got excited about this. I can't remember who it was because, again, there's overkill of named characters in this series that does a disservice, because you don't need to name everyone that is on a scene, because it deters from the experience. It doesn't add much. But to the point, there's this woman. There is a woman in this book who crosses her arms and doesn't do it under her breasts. There is no arms crossing under the breasts. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. What? Let's celebrate. Whoever that woman was needs a statue by the fandom of the Wheel of Time, of which I am not one. So really, that is my review of Winter's Heart. A bit more enjoyable. There's still some weird POVs that go nowhere that we don't really need. The bodies here, these Forsaken people look laughable. They don't seem ominous or threatening. And we still have this weird mirror drop that we encountered 1 or 2 books ago, that was even intimidating the Forsaken. Where is he? What's happened to him? He's gone. Don't know what's happened. Padan Thane has come back, but again, everything seems lacking in... Like the battles aren't epic. The whole conspiracy thing of Elaine trying to gather the noble people to his cause and quell the dissenters and all that stuff, it lacks intrigue. It's not really executed to a level, to a degree that I would consider satisfactory, or that is really hooking me into the drama and the intrigue behind it. There is none of that. Unfortunately for me, I'm still convinced, I still remain of the opinion that the Wheel of Time is plagued with good ideas, a less than average execution, and poor editing. And no one is gonna, so far I haven't read anything and I haven't seen any arguments to convince me otherwise. I suspect that the fans, the people that really love it, and even though they are aware of the shortcomings, it's because it's probably the first fantasy series they encountered. I don't know. Let me know if I'm wrong in the comments below. But the state of fantasy must have been atrocious back in 2000 if these, and particularly the previous one, straight up to number 1. Maybe they were writing on the back of the previous books. Maybe people were hooked up on the series, just wanting to see where it would go, how it would end. And it just, I don't know, got lost in its own momentum. It certainly has got lost up its own arse in the last few books. But anyway, this is all I've got for you today. So as usual, thank you ever so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, let me know what you think. Thank you all. Made it over 300 subscribers. So thank you for the engagement. Thank you for the feedback, positive or negative. I appreciate either one. As usual, take loads and loads of care. And I'll see you next time. Bye.